everybody, this is Chad the Gaming Dad, and today I would like to talk a little bit about something that's been quite a surprise for me over the last, week. It's the game Warframe. Now, if you've been watching my channel, most of the time you'll see me talking about things where I don't like things that are always online. I don't like things that have microtransactions and all that good stuff, so you're probably saying to yourself, what the heck is he talking about Warframe for? Well, I kind of asked myself the same thing. In fact, I had heard about this game a few times over the years, and I just dismissed it immediately. Just was like, oh, free to play? Well, I'm not playing that crap, because free to play means pay to win, means you're just going to be inundated with microtransactions at every turn. No matter what you do, you can't take two steps without the thing saying, hey, for $2, you can progress faster. So yeah, to me, Warframe was just another one of those things that was trying to get in your wallet and rip you off, blah, blah, blah. That's what I thought. Didn't understand it. Just kind of blew it off and said, it's a PC thing only. I don't really play it that much. Whatever. Well, I was wrong about a lot of those things. Number one, I'm looking at Wikipedia here, and it says that this game has been in development or being worked on in one form or another since 2000, the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
And back then it was called Dark Sector. And we did get a game from Digital Extremes. Digital Extremes is the company, or the studio rather, that makes this. They did come out with a game called Dark Sector back on the 360 and PS3, things like that. That's what the original Warframe basically was. But they still had this idea in the back of their mind. And honestly, I suggest if you're interested in this game at all, to go ahead and watch Danny O'Dwyer's series of documentaries. He's got a great channel called NoClip that he started after he left GameSpot. And if you haven't watched some of his stuff, that's really interesting. He goes really deep and talks to all these people at different companies and gets a whole lot of information. It's very entertaining, but also really informative, presented well, produced well, all that good stuff. But yeah, I watched that, and the thing that really sparked it for me is that Warframe just came out on the Switch, of all things. People have been talking about how this game looks really good. It's been on PCs, it's been on PS4. Heck, I didn't even know that this game has been on the PS4. It was a launch title for the PS4, and it was free to play. That's probably why I dismissed it. I said free to play, pay to win, right? Well, so the thing comes out on the Switch, and I'm always looking for something interesting to play on the Switch because I like to play it in handheld mode, lay on the couch, lay in bed, whatever, play something. And this game really looked pretty interesting. And over about the last week, I've been playing it a ton on the Switch. I installed it on my PS4. I put it on my PC. Unfortunately, there isn't any cross-play as far as I know, so you do have to start over if you play it on multiple things, so you have to go through the intro and all that, but I'm completely new to it anyway, so going through the intro and all that's a great thing, just for practice sake, just to get better at the game. The way you move, the double jump, kind of float in the air, fly, I think they call it bullet jumping. It's so much fun. And once you get used to it, it's really great. I mean, you see the guys across the way that you have to shoot or slash with your sword or whatever. You just kind of slide, jump, float, drop down, slash them, shoot them, bam, bam, bam. Everything is so fluid, so quick. It's such a high quality game. That's why I'm saying this is such a surprise, because I bought a bunch of different games over the last month or two, because we're into the busy season of games and Christmas time and all that, and every single thing anymore, not every single thing, but just about everybody has all these microtransactions, all this stuff in there where you buy a $60 game, you only get half of it, the rest of it's sold to you in DLC, and then on top of that, they try to hit you up for every nickel and dime thing they can along the way, just like in Assassin's Creed, as well as other games. I mean, heck, even some of the first-party titles that everybody really loves, like Spider-Man, has a season pass. So there's always something else to buy. The key here with Warframe, and the reason why I really like it, is it reminds me of a lot of the games that I enjoyed playing, such as Destiny. A lot of people compare it to Destiny because it has sort of that same vibe. It's in space, but it's really not Destiny. It's more of a, it's in that category of a looter shooter, but it's more than that. It's so deep. You really almost have to watch a bunch of videos to even just wrap your head around what it is you're playing. And I've been playing it a lot this week, and I still feel like I'm completely clueless. Or maybe not completely. I went from completely clueless to still kind of clueless. And that's really what's happened over the last week. But I just keep wanting to play it. I'll turn it on, pick a mission, go off and start collecting resources and things like that. Because again, it is more of a looter shooter where you're picking up lots of stuff. But that's the key to the game. If you like that kind of thing, then this game has it for days and days and days, and years. I think they said that there's already been over 1 million people downloaded on Switch. And like I said, the game is completely free to play, but unlike most free to play games, this Warframe does not try to get you to spend money at every turn. You play for a while, then you decide you would like to upgrade something or build something. You go into the store, and pretty much everything in the store, with the exception of some cosmetic things I think that I've seen, pretty much everything of substance in the store that you would want that would change gameplay, you don't have to buy it. Yes, they're going to show you the platinum cost. The platinum is the currency that you buy with real money. It'll show you how much platinum it costs, but if you just hit the button, the shoulder button on the PS4, it's a different button on every system, but there's a button there where the menu slides over and you can buy the blueprint of that item. You buy the blueprint, and they are pretty generous with the credits that you get at the end of each mission, so it's not like you're going to have to farm for a week to be able to afford one blueprint. The blueprints are pretty cheap, but that's really only where it starts. You buy the blueprint for the item that you're looking for, and then it tells you what materials you need to collect to build that, and then you have a place inside your ship where you go put the blueprint in, go out and find the materials, bring them back, build it. It does have a time delay when you build things. Certain things will take 30 seconds, some things will take a couple of minutes. The really good stuff takes like 12 hours or 24 hours. But if you don't want to pay money, which you don't have to do, you can get all the good stuff just like everybody else, without actually paying any money, and having fun collecting the stuff in order to build those things. It's really kind of cool. In fact, it gives you something to shoot for. You're like, okay, well, I want to build this certain item, weapon, or Warframe. You start off with one that you choose, but there are a bunch of different actual frames, as they call it, the guys that you run around with. Might take a long time for you to get all the pieces for it, but when you're done, man, you're gonna feel like you really earned it. It was fun. Now, of course, you can go buy it, you can spend real money if you want to, but I think it's more fun to actually go out and build it, and a lot of people feel that way. I've watched a whole bunch of different videos about this from all kinds of different guys, and everybody comes back with the same conclusion that yes, it is a free-to-play game. It's of high quality, really fun, great mechanics, the shooting feels good, the sound is good, the visuals are great. So Digital Extremes is owed something. And so that's why they have to have the microtransactions in there, otherwise there is no Warframe. You have to pay for it somehow. But you're not forced to. Just like you earn the items that you build throughout playing the game, Digital Extremes is earning the money that they're making off of this because they make you want to give them some money. They make you want to buy some platinum every now and then, possibly, because you enjoy the game so much and you just want to buy something to thank them for making something that's so fun that is really one of few games nowadays that still feels like an old game as far as putting fun first and having a good time first. And that's really what surprised me about Warframe. And I mean, I can't get into details of the game right now because I'm such a beginner, but I had to make a video and tell everybody about this. It's on Switch now, and it's been on PS4 forever. It's been on PC forever. I'm really late to the party, just getting into this thing, but if you've never heard of it before, or maybe you just missed it because you thought it was just a free-to-play, who cares kind of thing, give it a try. If you liked games like Destiny, where you're shooting, going out in space, going from planet to planet, things like that, give it a try. It's really good. I'm super happy that I finally gave it a shot, and I know that I'm going to be playing this for a while because it's just really entertaining. It's the kind of thing that you just turn on, do a few missions, and the next thing you know, it's like 3 hours later. It's one of those games. Really good stuff. Another thing to consider with this, too, is it is always online because it's a free-to-play, and that's how it works. But you can play solo. You can go up into the settings at the top and select whether you want to be public, private with invites, or clan match, or whatever. And then at the bottom is solo. You can play all these missions solo and just go out by yourself. You don't have to feel pressure from somebody else who's better than you or whatever. You can go out and play this solo and it's totally fine. Or you can just tell it you want to be public and it'll throw a few guys in with you on each mission and off you go. Unlike in Destiny where you have to form a fire team and go off and do all these things. If you want people to join you on a hard mission, you just open it up to the public and jump in and bang. Stuff happens. It's pretty cool. Man, there's so much more in this game to talk about that I just don't even have any information about yet because I'm just getting started. There's open world sections of it. There are some new updates coming where there's going to be space battles, all kinds of fun stuff. There's also some PvP on here, although I haven't really played that much because I am just brand new to it and getting killed. There's also a thing that sort of reminds me of Rocket League. There's a ball and there's goals on each side and you have to throw it, pass it back and forth, almost kind of like a lacrosse type of thing or something. I don't know, but there's like so much stuff to do. There's little mini games, I believe, that are hidden within this thing. Either way, at the end of the day, there's something for just about everybody in here if you like sci-fi, action, shooting type of games. This is really good. You should try it for sure. Free to play. People are saying that this thing, free to play, is better than most of these things we're getting nowadays that are $60. And the way they do microtransactions in this game is actually more fair and less invasive than what you get in full price AAA $60 games. What's not to love? So for something that initially I had no clue about, just wrote off as another cash grab type of game, it's quickly becoming one of my favorite things to play, and I'm absolutely hooked. So if you haven't checked this out, I suggest everybody give it a try because it is actually a really good time. And let me know down in the comments if you're already a Warframe fan or if maybe you're going to check it out. So till next time, remember, you never outgrow video games. My name's Chad the Gaming Dad, and we'll see you on the next one. So long, everybody. Thanks everybody for sticking with me and watching the entire video. I hope you liked it. The best way to help out the channel is to leave a like, leave a comment, and tell your friends. If you'd like to support the channel further, there are links in the description. But otherwise, always remember that you never outgrow video games. My name's Chad the Gaming Dad, and we'll see you on the next one. So long, everybody.